Hi friends, welcome to LifeStream Live with Angie. Today I have Micole Leverette here, who is the Community Service Assistant for LifeStream Services, and she works out of the Richmond office in the PSA 9 area. So Micole, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And but we're going to talk today though about the services in the PSA 9 area, as well as you have a couple of projects specifically that you focus on a daily basis. And so we're going to talk about those and how important those projects are within the community. So, but to start off with, tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with LifeStream Services, the PSA 9?
Okay. So I started with the area agencies in 2010. I worked for the PSA 9 agency for 7 years, and then we switched over to LifeStream, which I believe we're going on 3 years at LifeStream now. And I am the community service assistant. So I am under community service director and her employees, and then I'm underneath all of them.
Okay.
So.
And as a community service assistant, though, you're handling multiple duties and everything for LifeStream Services, correct?
Yes, kind of like the paperwork side of things, and then a lot of the community events that we go to, I kind of help out at those.
Sure. Okay. Well, one of the projects, one of the two projects, though, that you work on specifically, though, one is the blessing closet. So can you tell me about that project?
Sure. So the blessing closet kind of originated when I started at Area 9. Okay. I was the receptionist up front, so I would get all phone calls, and I would get a lot of phone calls of needs that people had. Medical equipment, depends, can be really expensive to some. So I would get a lot of those phone calls of the need, and then I would also, on the other hand, get a lot of phone calls of, I have all this extra stuff left over, what do I do with it?
Sure.
So when I get those phone calls, I kind of put that together, and I would tell them, just go ahead and bring it to me, and then I will get rid of it. So as I got equipment in, we didn't have a lot of space when we were at 9. So I would try and get rid of it as quick as I could. But to give somebody an outlet, if a loved one passed away, of all this stuff that they have and what can I do with it and where can I take it, was actually a relief for them, as well as helping somebody else that can't get some of that equipment that they had. So I started having them bring it in. We had a foyer that we had that not a lot of people used. So I started stacking a lot of stuff in there. And then when we moved to our new building, they made sure that I had a closet to do that with. So then all of that just kind of incorporated into the blessings closet, where I have my own closet now. I can shove all that extra stuff in. For the use, case managers use it if they have clients that are like happen to be on choice and don't get those Medicaid services that some of that stuff pays for. Some people that don't qualify for services, they could use some medical equipment that would usually be paid for, so then they benefit from that as well. So I just have made an Ongoing running collection of stuff, and it seems to work.
Sure. And so, but not only is it though medical supplies, incontinence supplies, things like that, you also accept like shelf-stable foods, pet foods.
Absolutely.
Types of things, right?
Absolutely. I've even went, Beth has, our supervisor's always told me to tone it down a little bit, but I'll kind of collect everything. So I've had things from tubing to colostomy supplies, walkers, wheelchairs, diabetic needles, diabetic, test strips that can be really expensive to some. We would get a lot of those because if you're on a program and they're giving it to you, you get a lot of it. If you don't qualify for that program, you're not getting it. So people who would get an overabundance of it would give it to us, and then we could pass that along to people. And it, like I said, the diabetic supplies really came in handy at one point in time. because that is an expensive item for folks. So
Sure. Yeah. No, and you know, and I think it's great because I know when I started at LifeStream, obviously the Yorktown office has a blessing, you know, supply
yeah,
closet and everything. And then I learned though that Richmond had theirs as well. And it is, you know, because many individuals, you know, like you had mentioned, when a loved one dies, passes away, you know, they don't know what to do with the stuff. And so, yeah, you know, it's important though for us to be able to handle those things so that way they can be passed on to another person in need.
absolutely.
It's like, you know, some of the, the shelf stable foods, you know, if there's an individual, say, that gets out of the hospital unexpectedly and there's a weekend coming up, you know, at least we can help provide them with some food to help supplement through the weekend or until a family member or friend can help them out. So
Absolutely.
very important.
Absolutely.
How does one go about contacting you though, you know, as far as to either donate, because especially with the holidays coming up, I'm sure, you know, it's a quick in out process with the items and everything, but how does an individual go about contacting you to drop off a donation?
Okay. They can always reach me on my work cell phone, which is 765-960-9907. If you contact me and you have some stuff that you would like to donate, we can always coordinate with Mary Givens, which is the CM assistant that's in the office a lot right now. And she does it for me. Even before COVID, she would do it for me. If they came in the front and had some stuff, she'd just get it for me and let me know, and then I'd put it in the closet. So between me and Mary, just give me a call and then I'll coordinate with her. And I've even picked stuff up before. So if it's not too big and something that I can fit in my vehicle, then I have went and picked up items for somebody if it makes it easier for them.
That's great. Yeah, definitely a well needed, deserved project, you know, so, because like I said, you know, I'm sure it's an in out as far as, you know, as quick as it's coming in, it's going out to
Absolutely.
someone else that is in need. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to share about the Blessing Supply Closet before we talk about the other project that you work on?
No, that's basically it. But if we can get out there, anybody who has any extra equipment that they don't know what to do with, just give me a call at the number 960-9907, and we'll get it picked up or coordinate how to drop it off so that we can get that to somebody who could use it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And also we do provide the in-kind form. So if someone is donating, they can fill out an in-kind form and use that as a tax write-off as well.
Absolutely.
But though also those in-kind forms goes as a local match toward our organization, the programs that we provide, because as part of our grant requirements, we are required to have local match. So, you know, it's a win-win for everyone.
For everyone. Absolutely.
Yeah, so definitely, you know, if there is anyone interested in making a donation to the Blessing Supply Closet in either Richmond or the Yorktown office, reach out to us and we will coordinate with you to secure those donations then. So the other project though that you've been working on, and this is fairly new, is the Gleaners project.
Yes.
Right? Okay, and this is primarily right now, this is in one location, which is in, you said Centerville?
Centerville.
Centerville. Okay, so tell us about the Gleaner project.
Okay, so the Gleaners project, so a lot of people have heard of Gleaners. They've been around for a really long time. Usually Gleaners, they come into a certain location, folks go to them, and then they pick up items, grocery items, type items. They've kind of LifeStream partnering with Gleaners has kind of changed it up a little bit, and we are offering that to our home delivered meal clients. Since the home delivered meal program is a hot meal that folks that qualify, that are homebound and cannot get out, can qualify for the home delivered meal program. And then once you're on that program, you have the opportunity twice a month to get these grocery items from Gleaners. Okay. So as long as you qualify for the meal program, then you can qualify for our Gleaners program.
Okay, perfect. And so are there specific days or specific time of the month that this is offered?
We do it twice a month.
Okay.
So I think it's the second and the fourth week of each month
Okay.
is when the deliveries come. So then it comes on a Wednesday, we go down and we package it all up, get it ready. And some we deliver that Wednesday and some they deliver Thursday with
Gotcha.
the meals.
Gotcha.
So it just
Okay.
depends on how much they have and how much they feel like they can handle, to whether they want to do it right after we get done packaging it on Wednesday, or whether they can store it and wait for that meal delivery the next day.
Okay. So this is for home delivered participants.
Yes.
Now, is this though something though if they're a home delivered participant that they're automatically signed up for, or do they sign up for this separately?
They sign up separately. So what it is if once they become a home delivery meal client, they have the choice whether they want that particular thing or whether they don't. Some choose not to. We have had some feedback where some felt like it was a little much for them. Not really sure where that goes, but some felt like it, so they came on and then go off or whatever. But it is totally up to them. If they signed up for it and got a couple of them and was like, this is great, but I don't want to do it anymore, you can stop. And then if you decide, yeah, that really was something that was helping me out, then you can sign back up for it. So it's really, as long as you're a home delivery meal client, it's totally up to you.
Perfect. Okay. And what types of items are in these? Is it boxes? Is it bags? How do you provide that up?
So with ours, I actually order the food. So they have this big database in the computer, and I kind of just type things in. So I just kind of think of, these are home delivery meal clients and they're supposed to be homebound. I try and think of things that are store-bought that could be helpful. So like eggs, peanut butter we've gotten little containers of yogurt, just individual sized yogurts, which it was nice. Grapes, peanuts, vegetables like celery or cucumbers. We've gotten lettuce, carrots. We've gotten, I can look up oatmeal, soups, whatever I can type in there. And then we have a little budget, and I just try and make sure I stay within that budget, but I try and get all the semi-self-stable, like the soups and stuff that they can put on the thing and have like just whatever they would go to the grocery store and possibly pick up for themselves.
Sure.
That's the kind of things that I'm getting for them.
Perfect. So it sounds like though that, yeah, they definitely could be supplied with some good shelf stable foods, as well as some fresh fruits and vegetables and things, so that they may not, decide to get at the grocery store or something like that. So,
and it's all individual. When it comes in, we open up all the packages, and then we, with our gloves and our masks on and our sanitized area, we put it all into bags, so like grocery bags. So then when we give it to them, it's like a grocery bag of items for them.
Okay, so more portion controlled sizes and things like that, so that way it's not bulk and going to waste.
Yes. And I had to learn the hard way on that one. The first order that I did, I was like, ooh, here's some ham. It's pre-sliced. All you have to do is you make you some sandwiches with it or whatever. I'm thinking Oscar Mayer square packages or whatever. Nope, it was a nice big fat rock ham. So I'm learning.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a great project, and some great things though. And like you said, though, you can choose, so you can, make it more seasonal for individuals, or, as far as holidays, pick out some selective items and things like that. So that's awesome. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. I'm glad though that this is definitely a project though that LifeStream has to offer now, and hopefully very beneficial to the individuals that are choosing to use it. So definitely a good supplemental project there. Now I do know though that there is possibly in the works of wanting to expand the Gleaner project to other areas. Right. Okay. And so what would need to be started if we were considering to do that?
Okay. So our main goal is to try and service all of our counties in the PSA 9 area.
Okay.
Which the main ones right now are Wayne County, Union County, Fayette County, and Franklin County.
Okay.
To get those started, we need locations.
Sure.
What we did here in Richmond area is started with Centerville because they had like 12 to 15 people. So we thought that would be a good small start because we hadn't been to Gateway before to see where our workspace and what the capacity of that would hold.
Sure.
So we're doing really good with Centerville, Western Wayne, and Hagerstown out of Gateway. We have a space in there. Our truck comes in there with theirs. We have a little space that we work in a little assembly line and we get our 20 bags out.
Mm-hmm.
We want to expand into Richmond, the actual Richmond city, Union City, Connorsville, and Brookville. And to do that, we would need a location for Gleaners to drop off the supply so that we could package it all up and have it ready to go out on delivery.
Perfect.
So that is kind of what we're waiting for. We've kind of put a note out to see how many would be interested, and we've got a lot of interest back for that program. Our next step would be finding a location for Gleaners to drop off so that we can prepare the bags there.
Gotcha. And it doesn't matter though if it would be a church or a community building, anything like that, correct?
I don't think so. As long as there's space and we can unload it, I think that's what we need.
Okay.
I tried, one thing I did try was Fayette County. They have a transportation warehouse that's pretty empty. And my first thought was, oh, we can have Gleaners drop off at the warehouse because it's just going to be a pallet or two.
Sure.
Set up a couple 8-foot tables, package it all up, get it prepared, and then clean up. And then we would be done. We wouldn't have anything hanging out in somebody's space. But that particular area didn't work. So now we're back to seeing where we could possibly go with that. But we would clean it. We would come in, drop it off, clean it all up, and be out of that space.
Gotcha.
If we can find one.
Okay. So it's important then for us to be able to build a partnership with an organization, whether it be a church, community building, something like that.
Absolutely.
American Legion, you know, someplace to where we at least have access to be able to receive the items and package it all up and then
be out of their way.
All of our participants. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great. So yeah, it can be a win-win, you know. What about volunteers?
Definitely would, if somebody is interested in that program, I would, that's kind of interesting. I think I would have them contact Laura Bray, just because she's the volunteer coordinator, and let her know that they heard of the Gleaners opportunity and the volunteer opportunity in that program. And then she can start what she needs to do on her end, because right now, like I said, if we're doing 30 bags in Western Wayne, we have at least 60 people just in the Richmond area. So that number alone overwhelms the space we have at Gateway.
Right.
My opinion. So I feel like another space to accommodate that large of a number is what we're looking for, and volunteers. Right now with our 30 bags, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we're working with that kind of runs that through there. But like I said, that's 20, 30 bags. When you're talking over 100, yeah, we could use definitely as many volunteers as possible for that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. You know, and that's what, you know, the LifeStream Live, these sessions are about though, is to, you know, put that plea out there to, you know, different partnering organizations or, you know, our participants, our viewers as well, you know, because you never know where you can connect with that one individual or organization and build a strong partnership or recruit our volunteers this way, you know.
Absolutely.
For this. So, because LifeStream does depend on volunteers, you know, for many of our projects and everything. And the word, you know, it is rewarding. You know, one, it does help LifeStream out, but it's also, you know, taking care of the individuals in the community, which is very, very important and critical. So
absolutely. So if somebody was interested in that, Like I said, we would do it twice a month.
Okay.
The packaging, when the truck comes in, right now it's been on Wednesday. So it just would determine if we got a new location, it just would determine whether it'd be the same day or not, but it would be on a Wednesday. And then I would give at least 2 hours just because we're unpackaging, setting it up in the way that we want to put it in the bag that's most efficient. And then we're walking through and put it in the bag. So I give her a couple of hours twice a month for a volunteer opportunity like that.
Which is great. It's not a lot of time, but you know, for an individual though that still wants to give back to the community. So yeah, whether it be a retiree or someone taking an extended lunch break, or you know, a mom just needing to get out of the house for a couple of hours to help out somewhere. So
absolutely. And I'd have to talk to somebody, but I'm really wondering if delivery is an option too. You know, we are doing it to our home delivered clients. So we are relying on our volunteer delivery meal drivers to do it. And the reason we do that is I'm thinking for convenience. We're thinking if we package it up and get it to the driver, if they're going to that house anyways, they can take this bag. That can tend to be overwhelming, especially when you get into the bigger places, because like I said, somebody could have, you know, 36 people on their route. So you've got those meals plus 36 bags to go with it. Could be a lot to carry.
definitely.
So there could be opportunities that when we get done bagging to possibly deliver to a few folks.
Okay.
To ease the drivers.
Sure, right. Yeah.
Well.
As they always say, you know, the old rule of thumb is, you know, more hands make light work for everyone. So
yeah, right.
the more we can get, you know, the more we're appreciative of. So
absolutely.
But like we said, you know, the Gleaner project, it's, you know, it's kicked off very nicely in the, you know, in the Centerville area, and to be able to expand the project to other areas within the PSA 9 area. So fingers crossed though that we can find a good partnership for location, and this can kick off into other areas for participants.
Definitely, yes.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I know our time is running a little bit here, so I do have some LifeStream information to share, Micole. You are more than welcome to stay on board with us, or if you have something else that you need to move on to, you can go ahead and exit out. But like I said, you're more than welcome to hang on to hear what else we have going on in LifeStream.
Perfect. I think I'll do that.
Okay, great. So, so what we have going on in LifeStream World is we have our curbside services that are offered throughout different counties. This project is for individuals 60 years or better. And this is a 1 5-day meal pack that is provided up. And, you know, it's the convenience of pulling up curbside, and we just deliver the food right to either your back seat or your trunk, and then you're on your merry way. This does require a reservation, so you do need to contact the office or to find out more information about these locations, because like I always say though, every county is different. We don't always provide the same projects in every county. So you want to find out where these services are offered. The Senior Safety Food Net, or Senior Safety Net Food Distribution, again, this is for individuals 60 years of age or better. This happens usually on specific days of the month. For instance, the Newcastle area is the 3rd Thursday of the month for an hour time frame at the location. And again, you can contact our office to find out those locations and times. We partner with the Second Harvest Food Bank for this project. So, and it's a, you know, it's a great opportunity for individuals to receive food that may be in need of that. The Jerry Fit program, we, as I've been mentioning to everyone for the past couple of weeks now, this is a program to where you can do it virtually. You exercise in your own home, comfort of working out in a chair. You know, the goal of this is to increase the muscular strength and improve balance and coordination, boost the motor skills, and enhance flexibility and gait. So contact our office to find out how to register for that. Friendly Caller program. This is all about, you know, providing a phone call on a weekly basis to individuals that are isolated and feeling, you know, just needing that extra person to be able to talk with. And this is primarily voluntary based. So again, we are always looking for volunteers. So, and they can contact Laura Bray, our volunteer service administrator, or if you do know of someone that can benefit from these calls, contact our office and we can get you set up with this. PASTA program, this is a new program that has started up. And Micole, have you heard about the PASTA program?
A little.
Okay, well, you're going to find out a little bit more. Yep. So PASTA is known as Parenting a Second Time Around. And the goal of this is to provide a support group for individuals who are either providing kinship care or grandparents raising grandchildren. Mm-hmm. And we have a couple sessions so that we're offering either in person or virtually right now, with adding on more sessions to it as we go along. But they can pick and choose what sessions they want to participate in. They don't have to participate in all, you know, it's whatever that is best going to suit, you know, their situation and everything. But the goal of this, like I said, though, is to provide support, but also, you know, to help, you know, be able to lean on others though that are going through the same situation, how to cope with the transition, how to help cope with a teenager, you know, the different behaviors and so forth, you know. Because as we know, you know, when families are pulled apart or, you know, different things are happening, there are so many emotions, you know, that happen. So that's what the PASTA program is about, is to help bring that support to individuals. So you can contact our office. Matter of fact, I am the contact person for that. So you can either, you know, call myself or email me at ajenkins@lifestreaminc.org to find out information about the PASTA program. Dementia Friends, this is a very important project for LifeStream Services. The goal of this is to make a positive difference in the lives of people living with dementia through increased awareness and support. We are always looking for people to become part of the Dementia Friends program. So whether you are an individual or you're an organization, we'd love to have you part of this. And again, we do have our support sessions that go on and everything, and you can contact us to find out how to become one of these and or, you know, to be involved in one of our support sessions there. So Medicare enrollment is still going on. This does end on December 7th. LifeStream Services through the month of November had drive-through services for questions and answers within different counties and everything. But again, just a reminder, you have until November or December 7th to sign up for your Medicare, change your plan, or anything like that. So again, any questions regarding this, contact our office, and one of our Medicare specialists can help you with that information too. So, but lastly is senior Medicare control. You know, one thing I do is always try to put a little bit of awareness out about that, because it is very important and critical, though that we try to protect the individuals within our community to prevent fraud and scams going on. And one thing though that I did find is a brochure that said protect, detect, and report. Just treat your Medicare and Social Security numbers like your credit cards. Don't give out that information to any strangers. Detect it. Make sure that you're reviewing all of your bills and your Medicare information, and any type of billing documents that may be coming in, to assure though that everything is accurate and that there's not any fraud or falsification going on. And most importantly, report that information. If you or a family member may be suspecting any type of fraud for an individual, contact one of your local SMPs, and we can help assist with on the next process for that and everything. So, but it's always important. But like this here, it was just eye-catching because it said protect, detect, and report, which is something that we definitely need to keep an eye on for every individual. So otherwise, that is all that we have going on, but it's a lot for LifeStream because, as we know, we're always looking for new things to do within the community to help better the individuals and keep our mission going. But Micole, I'd like to thank you again, though, for joining me and talking about the Gleaner Project and the Blessing Supply Closet. And so until next time, friends, stay safe and be well. So thank you again, Micole. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.